While free agency has started very slowly, there is one more name we can add to the Major League Baseball free agency pool. He goes by the name of Roki Sasaki. What's going on, guys? It's the King of Honor 61st, and I'm back with another video. And if you don't know who Roki Sasaki is, let me introduce you to him. He is a 23-year-old starting pitcher out of Japan. Last season, he played for Chiba Lotte out in the NPL. This kid is predicted to be better than Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a better pitcher than Shohei Ohtani. He could be the best pitcher to come out of Japan. He's got a fastball that could hit the high 90s. He's got a splitter like hell. He's got all the making of a star Japanese pitcher. And a ton of major league scouts have looked at this kid and they have said he is probably the real deal. When I watch him play, because he played in the WBC, we've seen him a few times, I do think he has the goods. He will be good at some point. I do get concerned with the expectations early. Same thing happened with Yamamoto last year, right? Yamamoto comes over, he won 3 straight MVPs, their version of their Cy Young. He was the best pitcher award-wise in Japanese history. Came over, got the $300 million deal. Everyone's expecting him to be in Cy Young conversations year 1. There is a ton of adjustments that have to be made. Pitchers especially. Coming over from Japan to Major League Baseball. Main thing being baseball size. The baseball is quite small out in Japan. It allows pitchers to grip that splitter a lot better than they do over here, which is part of the reason why a ton of Japanese pitchers love throwing that pitch. It's easier to get their fingers across the laces. Once they get over to Major League Baseball, it's a big adjustment to try and get the right grip, which then could lead to hanging splitters. It could lead to some of your other pitchers being off because you don't trust your splitter. There's a lot of different things that could happen when you can't rely on one of your pitches. So that's something that Roki's going to have to figure out once he comes over here. But secondly, and most importantly, there's a lot of pressure. Now, he's not going to have the pressure of the major contract, and I'll explain that a little bit later. Being labeled as the best pitching prospect out of Japan ever, that's a lot of pressure when there have been so many guys to come out of Japan that have been so fucking good. Yu Darvish, Masahiro Tanaka, hell, Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. These are great fucking pitchers, and you gotta live up to that. I don't love the expectation for him right away. I do think he will build into one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's got that type of talent. A lot of it is raw. He did not have the dazzling season you would have wanted out of him this past season. It was good. It was pretty fucking good. It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't 1.5 ERA with a 0.5 whip. He wasn't dominating to the point of he is a man amongst boys. He was a great pitcher for that league. But a guy with 10.5 strikeouts per 9, with only 2 walks per 9, this kid looks like he could be a great pitcher once he starts to figure everything out. And hell, he could figure everything out in year 1. We don't know. I don't think he will be Japanese pitching GOAT right away. It's going to take some time. It's going to be a slow burn. And we'll see where he gets to maybe year 2 or maybe second half of year 1. But let's talk about what I brought up earlier. He's not going to have the pressure of the big contract. Roki Sasaki decided to come over now instead of waiting about 2 to 3 years and come over as an international free agent. Right now, he is coming over as an international prospect. What is the difference there, you may ask? Well, an international free agent can get whatever money he wants. Think about Yamamoto. Why was he able to get $300 million? Well, it's because he's 26, 27. He was able to get out of his deal and become an international free agent. Roki Sasaki's coming over as an international prospect, which means he is getting a minor league deal to come in with a signing bonus. Think about Jason Dominguez's deal back when he was 16 years old. That type of deal. The most an international free agent can get is $7 million, and that is in signing bonus. For one, this means he is foregoing hundreds of millions of dollars just to be able to play Major League Baseball. It could be a good decision. Some people will look at it as stupid. It's what he wants that matters at the end of the day. But two, this also means a lot more teams are going to be a part of the bidding, especially once they start getting trades done, because with this type of talent coming in, if there's a team that he's possibly interested in, they're going to trade certain pieces to get international money open, because the international window opens in January. You don't just not sign someone in hopes of having the maximum amount of money to give this kid, but you can trade off pieces to get some of other teams' international signing money to get back to that 7 million. There will be a lot more teams that are looking at that and saying, we can do that and start building from there. Some middle of the pack team. Think back to when Shohei came into the league. He went to the Angels. If you would have thought that a top pitching prospect who can hit nukes, no one thought he was going to a team as small as the Angels, but he did. And it's because there's not much of a discrepancy in terms of money when you're coming over at that age. What that also means is the Dodgers are not a guarantee. He came over as an international free agent. The Dodgers are the team nowadays with the war chest. It used to be the Yankees with George Steinbrenner. The Yankees do not open up that war chest as much anymore. That team is now the Dodgers. They would have opened up the war chest and said, look at what Yamamoto got. You're going to get a little less than that, but we're still going to make you a 100 millionaire. He probably would have been a Los Angeles Dodger. Now, does that mean he's not going to be a Los Angeles Dodger? Of course not. The Dodgers are still heavy favorites, but this opens the playing field, and this means he will have a lot more options to pick from. One of those options being the Yankee. One thing that helps the Yankees' case in this is that his favorite pitcher growing up was Masahiro Tanaka. You know who could be a part of these discussions when they meet with him? Masahiro Tanaka, because Tanaka was a major part of the 2010 Yankees, 2010's decade. The Yankees could be big players in this, because you saw at certain points in the playoffs, having depth in the rotation will be huge. If we have Rodon as a 3 in the playoff, and we have maybe a Sasaki showing up as a 2, maybe there's no need to hold a Clark Schmidt. Luis Gil will be your 5. Marcus Stroman would be a forever bullpen piece, or a trade piece if it comes down to that. But pitching depth could be huge for this team, especially when at times the offense can get cold. You want to shut teams down when your team can't score. This is the perfect player to have as that piece to make your team deeper in the starting rotation. But this is going to be a super interesting time. Roki Sasaki just made free agency far more interesting outside of the Juan Soto sweepstakes. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. There's not much coming out of free agency. I'll keep you guys updated with some of my predictions and certain rumors that are going around, but it's very tough in the start of free agency because there's so many rumors from so many sources that are not really reliable. So once I get something reliable, I'll let you know. Hopefully you enjoyed. You did leave a like down below. New here, hit that sub button. Let's get to 1,000 subs by next year. I'm out of here. Take care and peace.